Hi, I'm Andrew Malloy, the Automation Wizard, and I'm going to be showing how to connect your Timeular device uh, or Timeular calendar into whatever calendar app you actually have. My calendar app of choice at the moment is one called Woven, and so that's what I'll be showing. I have my Timeular app open here. As you can see, I'm even using it at the moment to show that I'm recording and using this time for recording, which is hopefully productive. So I can show I have my Timeular device here. The other one. Now, one requirement here is that you do need the Timeular Pro service. Because this will be using their integrations, which isn't available on the basic. The basic only allows you to use local services, local tracking, and not actually integrate anything. So assuming that you've got Pro and therefore integrations, then that's where you need to go. So here in the app, go to Settings, and then Integrations. You can see my connected integrations. Now the integration you want when you go to manage integrations won't actually show up here because they call it an integration, but really it's just a service. So go to manage integrations and it'll open up in your default web browser, and here are all the possible integrations you can have with Timeular, and this is the one you want, the iCal integration. Like I said, it's not really an integration because it's just providing a link. Like these integrations that I haven't used, if you've not used this before, there'll actually be a plus symbol. So you click on the plus symbol to basically set it up. And it's just a single click and it'll provide you with a link, a URL. So I'm going into Edit, and I have a link here that I can copy. So I'm going to select my link and copy it. And what this is basically a public link to your Timeular calendar. No one can actually see it unless they have this specific link, which is why I'm going to blur this out. And then what you need to do is add this to your calendar system. Now, as I said, I use Woven as my calendar app, but what we were talking about is the actual calendar backend itself. Woven doesn't have its own inbuilt calendar. It connects to the calendars that you use. So I mostly use Google Calendar, various different Google accounts. So I'm just going to go to one of my Google Calendars here. And this is one that is connected to my Woven app. And in Google, what you do is under other calendars, and this will be very similar to any calendar app that you use, whether it's Apple Calendars or Microsoft Office. I can't remember what they're called. And what you do is, in this case, it's from URL. That's what you've been given, is a URL to add. So add the URL here. I've already added it in mine. And add calendar. Now here, make the calendar publicly accessible. You don't actually need this if you're integrating it with an app, because the app will already have access to your account. So this is up to you whether you want to make this publicly accessible or not. So add calendar, and I've already got it here. Now, because it's in this Google account, and my Google account is connected to my because Woven is connected to my Google accounts, you can see it appears in this particular Google account, as you saw. It'll appear, and then you can hide or unhide it. Now, one thing to note is once you've got to this point and you don't see anything appear, don't worry, because this public calendar by Timeular, they only update it every hour. So if you don't see something immediately that you've tracked in the last hour or so, it will appear. So I don't actually have anything tracked at the moment, but this will appear on the calendar. I can go back to last week and so look at some of my time. So I'm just going to focus. So I've just got my calendar up. This particular calendar, most of my events are in other calendars, but once I display and hide in some of my mornings, I'm doing some Timeular tracking, and this syncs with what's in the Timeular app. So the Timeular app calendar, if I go to last week, as you can see. Now, the tags in Timeular don't sync with Woven. I'm going to see if there's anything I can do about that. But they are actually... So, for example, I've got the... So the tags don't actually sync with Woven tags. That'd be a great feature. But they do actually come in the notes of an iCal as a hashtag. And here I've just added the same tag internally, and I can just use the notes for reference. I'll see if there's some way I can automate that at some point. But you do at least get the tag information coming in, even if it's not an actual tag in Woven. And that's pretty much it. But this is basically the way you can see your Timeular information in basically any calendar app, is using that specific iCal link. That's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video.